How you doing, Hampton?
I'm good. I'm excited for this interview and yeah, I don't know. I'm excited.
Good deal. All right. So let's start out first by jumping into what your long-term healthy habit goals are.
Um Long-term goals. I mean, really long term I want to live really long time and a really healthy life, and
Yeah.
I feel like that starts from choices and decisions I make at my age right now.
Mm,
Um but when it comes to like movement and things like that, a long-term goal would be I would love to run a half marathon and a full marathon
yeah,
because
definitely.
those
And
things
so,
challenge me.
yeah. And so for those of you that aren't familiar, which I think everybody in Innovative is now familiar with, what we do every Monday, we do an episode of Movement Monday, and we record it. It's posted on, hey Debbie, posted on YouTube, and we talk about movement and how our line of products pairs well with what we do here. Um, Tell us a little bit about your background and pretty much how you're living life right now. So pretty much where you come from and how you got to where you're going fitness wise and movement wise.
I grew up as an athlete and always I did soccer every single day of my life, what seemed like, um and it was great because it turned me into the person I am today. But when it came to my age now, I started, lifting weights. And because for those of you who aren't in the fitness industry like Ray and I are, weightlifting and cardio are two separate things, right? So people think that just cardio makes you burn fat or whatever over here, but so does lifting. And I
Hmm.
don't think a lot of people know that. But it also, gives you strength. So I kind of turned into heavy lifting, traditional strength training, and adding cardio in. Like I did a triathlon, things like that. So training for that triathlon last year, and then at some point I want to train for um a half and a full. So that's kind of where I pair in cardio, but right now
Hmm.
it's
Well,
strength
and a couple
training.
different things there. So one, you touched on cardio versus strength training. And, as a soccer player, anybody that has watched a soccer game, there's a lot of cardio
Yes.
involved. That's long-term cardio. I mean, it can be up to 90 minutes of running on the field, depending on how many breaks you get and how many subs you're in. So, that's not so much of a challenge for you because you've done it for so long in your life. So, it sounds like what you're saying is that you chose to challenge yourself by bringing strength training into play to help with burning the fat,
Yes.
which becomes so much more important because as we get hey Lisa, as we get further, as we age in our life, we have to find different ways to help our body sustain with, reaching those healthy habit goals. And so weightlifting is a huge part of it, and it doesn't have to be heavy weightlifting. It's just getting weights and building strength in the bones, building strength in the muscles, building strength in the mentality of what you're capable of doing.
Correct.
So, um, pairing with that, let's chat about our product line, and let's start first with the foundation. I'm going to assume that well, I like to start with the foundation. So tell me about what foundation means to you as far as our product line
The
goes.
foundation is the complete patch because it is the all vitamins, right?
Mhm.
So I know we say this a lot, like if you don't have a house on a foundation, yada yada. So,
Yeah.
and I seriously, I know we've talked about this in our movement days, like our channel, but I swear by that patch. Like
Yeah.
for my kid, if she's sick, I cut it according to her age, right? And the next day, it's magic.
Hmm.
So it I mean, the complete kind of speaks for itself. It's just all your multivitamins. And honestly, I wore it when I was pregnant, and that I mean, you can't have too many vitamins, right?
Definitely.
So I I
Yeah.
it's hard to like speak on it because I'm like it literally speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Like
And a couple of things there I'll add on to that, is the complete. it's not one that you feel or that you necessarily see, but
Right.
that you notice if you don't have it on.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing you mentioned is you put it on your daughter. She's what, 3?
Yeah.
She's 3. Um, these patches are safe for kids. They're healthy. You can cut them in half. You can cut them in quarters. You can sometimes you have to put a full one on if they're really depleted their
Yep.
vitamins and they need a little bit of extra help. It's not going to hurt them. They're completely safe for kids as well. So I just wanted to reiterate, or I guess compound on that statement. What about one of our newest products that kind of brings in everything else that doesn't have that the complete doesn't have anymore? We've got our minerals, and so um, share a little bit about that.
I just started taking the minerals because our package took a while to get here.
Okay.
So I'm not like a pro on that yet,
Yeah.
but can I talk about the smart?
Sure.
Okay, so being a mom and being overtired like 24/7, and that leads to you're overtired and you have brain fog, and
Hmm.
people call it mom brain. Like you go from pregnancy brain to mom brain, right? The smart, like I seriously can't, it's so good.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. It's so crazy how you don't realize um how like you don't feel good just like in your brain, and it just like opens up, like your eyes feel, do you get what I'm saying? Like everything
Yeah.
seems so much brighter. I was telling my mom I felt like I was so tunnel visioned until I started taking the smart, because
Yeah.
it just opened up, and like my brain fog was like slim to none after taking it. And it's almost like, it sounds crazy, but like things are more vivid to me now, like colors, and like it's hard to explain, but
Yeah.
like that is one, like you said, the complete you don't feel, that is
Hmm.
one that you will absolutely feel. Like I
Definitely.
feel, it's crazy. So that I
Yeah.
like the smart. I love the smart.
Yeah, no, it's very important in there. And one thing that we skipped is introducing ourselves because not everybody knows who we are, right?
Oh.
so, so we'll jump back there. So again, I'm Ray Reyes. I'm coming to you live from Edgewood, Washington. I am a member of the Dream Team here at Innovative Nutrition. And I'm hosting this live to interview Hampton McCullough, who is my co-host for our weekly Movement Monday. So Hampton, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and
My
um,
name's Hampton McCullough, and someday I will be on the dream team. And I live in Alaska.
good deal. Also, and for those of you that aren't familiar, Hampton McCullough, her maiden name is Seppi. She is the daughter of Andy and Katie Seppi, very famous, innovative folks here. And so I've known Hampton since she was 4 years old, and so it's very special that I get to do these weekly meetings with her because it's just
Go way
fun, full
back.
circle time. We go way back, yes. So alrighty, let's jump back in. Let's talk. I have a list here so that we want to make sure we talk about everything.
Okay.
We've recently done a little bit of focus on rest days and getting your rest in. What do you got about that?
The sleep patch.
Sleep
It's
patch.
like, okay, so this patch is not it doesn't knock you out, like, but it does give you that relaxing, like, nightcap, end
Hmm.
of the day feeling, right? So, but I will say, and I know we've talked about this too, is I sometimes wear that during the day because I feel like, my muscles need it. It helps more than just sleep.
Hmm.
And that's what I love about our products. I feel like our products, like, yes, they have a main thing that they're um helping, but they totally help a wide variety, right?
Definitely.
So the sleep patch, like I said, have used it during the day, like if I'm feeling kind of run down from the gym and I just need like that edge off.
Hmm.
And I pair it with the CBD patch. So it just like takes the CBD patch to the next level. And that's also what I love about our products, is that like they all pair with each other in some way,
And they
right?
complement each other. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So the CBD patch, I know you probably are going to have me talk about that, but the CBD patch and the sleep patch are just, they're magic together
Hmm.
too. Like they're great on their own, but it just takes it to that next level of what your body needs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that, speaking of complementing, one of the things that before we redesigned our patches, the sleep patch used to have magnesium in it,
right.
and now it is in our minerals. And so sleep still has, the chamomile. I'm never sure how to properly say that word, but that's what's going to help with getting our getting our sleep in healthier. But the magnesium in that also helps, but that helps with muscle recovery, that helps with
Right.
a whole lot of different parts of the the long-term healthy habit goals, because when you're building muscle, you need that muscle recovery, because it's going to allow you to go back to the gym the next day. It's going to allow you to continue to lift heavy. It's going to allow you to stay focused. And so
Well, and that's the thing. The thing about our sleep patch as well is that it doesn't have melatonin in it.
oh yes.
So you're not going to have that knockout feeling. You're not going to wake up groggy. Honestly,
Hmm.
sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be able to go back to sleep. But if it's like, you know, you're already at the gym at this time, but if it's like close to wake up time, I can just wake up because I have gotten that
Hmm.
full rest that my body needed, and my body's just like, yeah, you can get up right now.
For sure.
Other things would make you feel groggy and just overtired, and I love that about our sleep patch.
Well, yeah, and if you don't have proper sleep, then you're probably not going to get a proper workout in, and it's going to
It's a
not
downhill.
contribute. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't help contribute to healthy
Yep.
habits. Sleep is probably one of the most overlooked, aspects of healthy habits, and so very important that we get our sleep. And you're right that CBD pairs well with it.
Mm-hmm.
I do the same thing, that if I have a day where I feel like my mind's going to be overactive, I'll pair that CBD with a sleep at night, and it's a guaranteed sleep like a baby kind of
Right.
night.
Yep.
So it's great. Um, what about, what do you do to make sure that you stay healthy? So that way, you're able to get to the gym. Is there a patch for maintaining health and staying not sick?
The immunity patch,
There
which
we
is
go.
also complemented with the complete patch. Like
Yes.
those are two and two, So I mean that one kind of speaks for itself as well.
Hmm.
And that is also one that I pair with my for my daughter when she's sick. I mean, we
Hmm.
wear it, but um even doubling it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So she
Hmm.
gets like a quarter, but I would, if she's under the weather, I'll give her a half. And I'll even
Indeed.
give her a half of both
Hmm.
because again, you can't have too much.
Yeah. No, I mean, and staying healthy is definitely, you want to talk about healthy habits again.
Hmm.
You go to the gym and you don't feel 100%, then you're not going to give 100%. And
Hmm.
so staying healthy and feeling like getting there, that's important. Speaking of feeling good when you go to the gym, our favorite product that we talk about on a regular basis, let's hear about it.
The energy, it is,
Energy, let's go.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it is so good. You don't realize like how much you love something until
Hmm.
you're out of it for a while. Because shipping to Alaska takes a little bit longer. So if you
Yeah.
don't like right on the T get it, man, I was out for like 4 or 5 days
Oh
and I
no.
was like, ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's so good. And I was excited to talk about this because when I first started going to the gym, a couple years ago, I've been lifting for a while now. I would literally take a scoop of pre-workout and dry scoop it and put water in, right? Because I was crazy then, no kid, no. So now I'm like, because I have a kid and I've changed my habits and I have a healthy lifestyle, I don't take things like that.
Yeah.
So I now am I look at ingredients and I look at, are they clean? Are they
Hmm.
this? Are they that? And that tub of energy is it's clean
It's
and
fire.
it's good ingredients. It's
Yeah.
not it's I say this all the time, it's top tier. And we have the new flavors too, which are great, but I'm for sure an OG raspberry orange. Like
Yeah.
that's on the way to the gym is like the start of my day. I don't drink coffee. So like I'll have the Ignite coffee here and there, but I don't drink like regular coffee. So people are like, oh, first thing in the morning. That is
Uh-huh.
my first thing in the
Yeah.
morning. I'm like looking forward to it.
Yeah. No,
my
and that's for me too. That's definitely replaced my. I used to have 2 cups of coffee. Now I have 1 cup of energy and then 1 cup of coffee afterwards, mainly because I want to get my collagen in the coffee. Um, but with the energy for me, I've been mixing the OG, orange raspberry with the Smart and the minerals. And that's my pre-workout drink,
yep.
and that's it's money. I do have and for those that aren't familiar, we do have an unflavored version of the energy, and then we have our flavored fusions that you can mix in those. But I got to tell you that adding the Smart and the minerals to the energy has been a game changer for me. It gives it a little bit more of a creamy flavor, and I don't even know what it is about it, but it's so good. And it's just a vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like, oh, just take our word. It's a vibe.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I totally
yeah.
agree.
Good deal. Um, well, and I just touched base on it without even realizing that I was. Let's chat a little bit about the Infinite product.
Oh man, that one's good too.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we first launched the Infinite product, I was every day making a smoothie, and it's so good. Like it's like a milkshake,
Hmm.
honestly, and you can put anything in it, and it's great. But my parents started doing, the Infinite with flavor and the Smart or whatever, because they're all unflavored. So except the fusion. So it tastes. My mom made me one, and it was like a creamsicle. It was so good. And
Yeah.
if you gave it to someone and didn't tell them what it was in it,
Hmm.
they would be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Well, it's like 5 different things. You really want to know, right?" But it's
And they're all good
again
for you.
all, yeah, and they're
Yes.
all good, and they're all clean ingredients,
Uh-huh.
and just things that your body needs that most people in the world are deficient of,
Yeah.
and that they don't even know that.
Yeah.
um but I have that usually as a after workout, like depending on what time, like before lunch
Hmm.
shake, and it's it's good because there is some protein in it, and honestly, protein, we talked about this in our healthy habits group, but it's harder to hit protein.
Hmm.
Like you're talking like 140
Hmm.
grams of protein. Having that is like a treat. Like even I'll have it as a nightcap,
Yeah.
like if I'm wanting ice cream or something, but it's still giving me, I think, is like 9 grams of protein
Nine
in a
grams of protein. Yeah.
serving.
Hmm.
And sometimes I'll do double. There, you're at almost 20 grams,
Yeah.
right? And if you choose to do it with milk or whatever, you can make it a 25-gram
Yeah.
protein, and you think you're having a milkshake, right?
Definitely.
So
Well,
it's just a
yeah.
win-win.
Well, I mean, it's vanilla flavored, so it's delicious. And then, so my new recent discovery is one that your mom suggested is taking just the Infinite, putting it in water, and then adding flavor fusion to it. And I had one yesterday afternoon. Oops, I almost dropped my phone. I had one yesterday afternoon, and it's just so good. I mean, it's like it's a treat.
And it's
And so
almost dangerous,
yeah.
like how good it is.
Yeah, so 100%. So, and those that are watching that may not be familiar with the Infinite product, it is collagen. It's got tendon guard in it, so it's good for tendons recovery. Collagen is good for hair, skin, nails, muscles, uh, all of the above. It's
10 out of
it's an
10.
all-encompassing product. It's dynamic. I mean, it's really innovative. Oh, look at what
Yeah.
I did there. Alrighty, and definitely last but not least, this is one that I think kind of gets overlooked in what it means for as far as movement and healthy habits. Our Optimate product.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So this, energy is our top product, but this is a close second for
yeah.
me because people don't realize like how important gut health is, and really everyone has terrible gut health
Hmm.
and should be on a pre and probiotic. Like it it blows my mind that people don't know that, but they just don't know. So we're here to help them, right?
Yeah.
Um that was also a product that I was out of. I needed to make a mass order with my energy, and you know, you can just, that is one that you feel.
Yeah.
Like I felt bloated. I felt just like, you know, not on point. And when I have the pre and pro optimate, it's game
Yeah.
changer. Like
No. Well, and that's the thing, with healthy habits, a lot of times, movement and, building muscle and building strength, it has to be paired with, a healthy eating regimen and, proper nutrition and proper, macros and whatnot.
mhm.
And so keeping that gut health clean is such a game changer in keeping yourself, online or in line with making sure that you're getting your healthy habits to be effective in your stomach, in your gut, in your body. I've heard it plenty of times that abs are built in the kitchen. So if you're not taking that to the time to clean out your system on a regular basis, then what kind of toxins are you leaving in there? And and it just supporting you know uh, supporting healthy gut health is such a big thing when it comes to movement, when it comes to supplementation, when it comes to just healthy habits in general. So that's why I said I think it's one that typically gets overlooked because folks don't think about it that way. But it takes sometimes a different mindset to help folks understand how that contributes to healthy habits. So anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, can I
I think I
add
covered
one more
everything.
thing?
Go ahead.
So as a whole, I was thinking about this the other day, and I
Hmm.
wanted to talk to you about it because this is kind of like our movement episode as well. You know, a lot of people are looking for a product that they can just take, and
Hmm.
if you're trying to lose weight or maintain weight or whatever you're trying to do, I think you agree with this, but let me know what you think. None of our products are like that.
Hmm.
Not one.
Hmm.
It's not a magic pill.
Yeah.
So when people ask, it's like we let the pictures, the transformations, and all, there's a million on there of how many
Yes.
people have transformed their lifestyle, their body side by side, right? Let that do the talking.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that those people changed their lifestyle. They upped their movement. They upped their water. It wasn't they just started
Yeah.
taking our products and completely 180, right?
Yeah. You got to commit.
So that I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that because a lot of people are looking for, a product that they can just take, and 9 times out of 10 that's not how it works. But
No.
Ray and I are
It.
here to help
Yeah.
you make the change and make it easier for you, but you have to want it. We can't want it for you or more than
Yeah.
you want it for yourself. So I just wanted to say that because that was on
Definitely.
my mind.
Well, and the product line is part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
Mhm.
It's not the end all be all for a healthy lifestyle. It just pairs with a healthy lifestyle to make sure that you're keeping
Mhm.
on track and that you're able to stay committed to your healthy habits and reach those goals. And once you reach those goals, reach the next
Yep.
level of goals because it's always there's always got to be a new goal because without goals you have no push to get to that next level. So
Mhm.
when, I'm glad that you said that. It's very important, to pair healthy habits as far as meal wise goes, as far as just lifestyle in general, as well as with our products and just to keep yourself
Yep.
healthy. Um, so with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up here. I'm going to go ahead and go off of what we normally do for our Movement Monday
Okay.
and just remind everybody that we are on YouTube. Movement Monday is the link for YouTube. I'm Ray Reyes. That's Hampton McCullough. We do this every week to talk about, or we do our Movement Monday every week to talk about, movement, health, and how our innovative line of products pair with healthy habits and lifestyle. So we got vitamins and supplements. Um, with that, we'll wrap up. We'll remind you to drink your water, take your vitamins, get your movement in, get it done. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
See ya.
Thank you, Hampton.
Yeah.
Bye.